Willow Bites. So before we get started on this video, I know what you're thinking. She's wearing a dog hat on her head. Yep, I'm wearing a dog hat, but it is a llama dog hat. So we're doing this now. Okay, it is the day before Halloween, and I am going to talk about something I have been asked about for a while now: shadow people. Now, what are shadow people? Well, shadow people are not demons. They are not from the center of the earth. They are not pockets of energy. They are human beings. So you ask, well, why do they look like shadow people? Why do they look like dark outlines? Why do they not look like a full body apparition? Well, it has to do with what shadow people are really all about. Now, if you see an orb fly by, if you see white mist or sometimes sparkles, if you see a full-bodied apparition, it's kind of a toss-up if you're actually going to be afraid of that. But if you see a shadow, especially if it darts fast, or if you see it coming slowly up from the side of your bed, that type of thing would make a normal human being a little weary, a little fearful. And that's what it is all about. It's about creating that fear. These are human beings that cloak themselves in darkness and shadow to create fear and apprehension, and sometimes anger. But mostly it's the fear, because to them, fear is delicious. Fear produces this energy and this aura around you. And the more that they can create that, the more that they can feed off of it. And make no mistake, they are feeding off of you. Again, this goes back to spirits needing energy to exist. Now, most human spirits, they find energy in more benign ways. Attaching to a doll, taking heat from or energy from the atmosphere. But obviously, shadow people are not the nicest human beings. They were not the cream of the crop. These were not people that were working in the Peace Corps at any time in their life. These are people that have found the most scum-sucking, bottom-feeding way to exist in their life. They were miserable people in their physical form, and they are absolutely deplorable in their non-physical form. They are never, ever going to change. They like who they are now. It gives them a sense of power, and that is key, because they were probably the type of people that never had any power in their life. They detested humanity. They detested their life. They detested those around them that they felt subjugated to. And now they're going to unleash that on you. That is what a shadow person is. Now, I know this from firsthand experience, exactly what they try to do. There is a shop in St. Augustine. Now, the proprietors are no longer at that shop. They had to move because the owners wanted to raise the rent. But this shop has been featured on TV, and it has been featured in a couple of different books about the spirits that exist in this shop. Now, I went there to visit myself one day, and as the owner was showing me some video footage from her security cameras about some of the paranormal activity that goes on there, I started to get this feeling. It was like a queasy feeling in my stomach, and I turned to her and I said, "Do you feel that?" And she said, "Yes, that's who we call Mr. Nasty." Mr. Nasty was standing right here. And Mr. Nasty tried to present himself as a shadow person. But I was able to break that cloak and see exactly what he was. He was a fat, dumpy little man from the 1930s who was balding and hated women. And when I gave her that description, as well as his name, because the other spirits there did not like him, and they told me what his name was, and I called him by his name, that spirit was frothing at the mouth. He wanted to take a piece out of me any way he could. I zapped him, which made him even angrier, because then he realized he had no power over me. He couldn't do anything to me. In fact, I could do everything to him. The fact that I was a woman, the fact that I was in his place, and the fact that not only did I tear down his disguise, I called him out, and I called him by his name, then I put him in his place, made him insane. And that is the power that you have to have over a shadow person. Now, I understand not everybody has my abilities, not everybody has my my ability to see them for what they are, to hear other spirits rat them out. I understand that. But here's the key that you have to understand about shadow people. They will create that fear. They will pin you down in your bed. They will try to choke you. They will suck the life out of you. Do you know how you zap them? It's going to take a force of will that you have to overcome your fear when this is happening to you. Imagine a white light covering your entire body. Block them out. Block what's happening to you, or what they are doing, or what you are seeing. Imagine this white light. Then shoot that white light right at where you feel that is, or where you see it. It will zap them. Because they live in the shadow. The darkness is their cloak. You shoot that white light at them, they're uncovered. And then they're going to realize that they don't have the power of fear over you anymore. You don't have to be afraid of a shadow person. And the fact that they would even go through and do this, when there are other things that they could do, there are other places they could be, the fact that they would choose to attack a human being makes me hate them even more, and makes me glad to tell you exactly how to get rid of them. So if you have any further questions about shadow people, or if you're having trouble with them, please email me at salemwillow@yahoo.com. You can always contact me through my website, but it's easier to email me at salemwillow.com. It gets to me a lot faster. And you can always check out my website. If you are having problems with spirits, I can absolutely summon them here and trap them for you. It's not a problem. I do charge for it, but trust me, I'm a lot cheaper than a hell of a lot of other places, and it actually works. So that is it for my little video on shadow people, and me and my llama hat will see you in the next video. Happy haunting.